Hey everybody, welcome back. So far we have been a perfect judge. Got everything correct so far, except we're about to find out. I think that last case we got correct. But our assassination meter may have gone up because I did not let him go. We were threatened last episode. If you haven't seen it, I always put a bookmark, at the start of each one. But pet the cat for good luck. And let's go ahead and get into our week 9 cases. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh, we have a note here. Release Winston Gerald and accept the $750 we will give you. If you accept this offer, the rest of the money will come and you will live a very comfortable life. The rest of the money? What rest of the money? There's more. Alright, so that already makes me think he's guilty. Let's see. Assassination went up 10% because we got brought. Possibility of arrest. Did I get something wrong? Or they just both go up? Because it was 0, and that last guy definitely was not trying to flee the country. We got bribed. So let me just get this straight, because I know there's going to be one particular subscriber that's going to think I got something wrong. This just must be how the game goes as you get further in the weeks, because there is corrupt police officials, but there's no way we got that last one wrong. That last one, he was treason. And it was 162 years. I added both of them up together, unless I added it up wrong. But I'm pretty sure I got that right. So that just must be part of the game. So far, I feel like we've done a perfect decision. I knew the assassination will go up, but being arrested, he stole government documents. It was his fingerprints on the crowbar. It was obviously him. I didn't even see what this guy was wanted for, but we're looking at the evidence already. Oh, no, it's supposed to be out. Oh, yeah, that is the face. Okay, cool. I just like to go left to right. That's just how I do's it. Just how I do's it. Someone's done. Eyeballs. Yep. Let's just go ahead and get you out of the way. Go ahead and get you out of the way. Go ahead and do that. I like this one, alright. It's better than that memory one. The memory one I just go in order, but alright. Actually, let's see what he's here for before I even bother looking at the evidence. Alright. No criminal record. He's a citizen, fine. Corruption. During the illegal Lady of the Night ring and gambling raid carried out by the police at the hotel called Palace of Jorge at night, Winston Gerald was caught in the same hotel room with many mafia members and Frederick Lanson, who is known to be one of the high-ranking managers of the mafia. All right, so am I getting bribed by the mafia? But a bunch of people are saying the mafia and the ministry are in cahoots, so maybe that's why when I let that one guy go, that's why the ability to be arrested went up. It never specifies why those go up. So before I get any comments, you know who you are. All right. You just got in the same hotel room. It don't mean nothing. 4 mafia members in Winston Gerald who were in the same room were arrested. But Frederick Lanson, one of the high-ranking managers of the mafia, committed suicide with his... I might have to bleep that out. All right. He committed an act of harm against himself with his own gun at the scene. 7 women, thought to be ladies of the night, drugs, weapons, and $1 million worth of cash were seized in the hotel room. All right. This is from Winston. I don't know why I'm in the hotel room. Earlier, I was drinking at the bar with a few friends, and we got quite drunk. I remember asking my driver to take me home. I got in the car and opened my eyes in the hotel room. I was with women and men I didn't know. The police came and arrested us. I am not guilty. I'm a member of Parliament. You exist to serve us as police. How dare you question me and keep me waiting? And he magically appeared there. Seized after the operation. See, none of this was his fingerprints on any of this. And cash. There's digital evidence. Alright, let's take a look at the digital evidence. Face recognition. CCTV of the moment the person got into the vehicle with the mafia members. So he got into the vehicle with the mafia members, not told his driver to... Okay, so he's lying to us. Moment before he got in the vehicle with the mafia members, and he sits there and says, I remember asking my driver to take me home. I got in the car and opened my eyes in the hotel. So he's lying. This is the corruption Judge AxDad, was hired to eliminate. Let's see what he says. In your statement, you said that you were in a hotel against your will. Is that true? Yes, Your Honor. There must be a plot against me. When you left the bar, you were seen getting into the same car with the men you said you didn't know at the hotel. What can you say about this? Do you know that? This must be a trap set for me. I don't know anyone in that hotel. I am not guilty. I am someone who serves this country. You claim that you are serving the country, yet you try to use your position and scold the officer who is doing his duty during the interrogation. Ooh. That's a little statement he had. Is this how the country should be served? Good question me. I'm sorry, I was stressed and it was my first time being questioned. I couldn't help myself, Your Honor. I apologize to my police friend in front of you. What do you think, Bob? It's Bob the bailiff. What do you think, Bob? What's he being charged with? Corruption? That's what they hired me to stop. How do you get in the vehicle? How is that a setup? How's that a trap? I think he's guilty. What do y'all think? I believe this is... He doesn't have... No, he doesn't have a criminal record. Okay. This is corruption. What would this be? Crimes against the state? Corruption. 10 years in jail and a $10 million fine. They're really trying to shut down the corruption. Because there's stuff that, you know, it's not that kind of fine. Alright, 10 years jail, 10 million fine. Alright, bud. I'm sorry, Winston, Mr. Gerald. They hired me to do a job. And according to what you guys passed laws for me to do, I hereby sentence you to 10 years and a fine way more than $1 million. What was that? 10 million? Now let's just make sure, because I don't want to be considered corrupt. Alright. Let me just make sure. Whoop. Let me just make sure. Yeah, 10 million. It just seems like a ridiculous high amount. Alright. Sorry. I'm not gonna like that. I don't know who's putting letters on my desk. I need like the police to look at that for me. How much money have we got? I can't even tell. Alright, let's go to the case. That case was a little longer. That was a tough one. The government announced that it would fight corruption to the end. The identity of the mafia leader still remains as a mystery. Alright. Let's find out here. Week 2. Alright, what do we got here? Is that a lawyer representing Oliver Mazikeen? Alright, theft. Okay, something a little more relaxing, I'm hoping. Alright. 3 years ago, a person named Oliver Mazikeen, who was at the scene of a theft incident in an alley on Mumby Street, was detained as a suspect and was sentenced to 6 years in prison in the trial. Recently, a theft incident occurred again, and the suspect was caught and taken into custody. Okay. As a result of the suspect's statements, he stated that Oliver Mazikeen took responsibility for the crime for which he was convicted, and that he actually committed the crime. A person named Frank Serve, who took responsibility for the incident, was brought to the police station to be questioned. All right, Mr. Mazikeen. With the end of this month, I have completed my 3rd year in prison. I tried to explain that I was innocent from the very beginning. However, because I was at the scene at the time and became the center of the targets, I was sentenced to 6 years in prison. After all, this time, I had the opportunity to redeem myself. I hope this process works correctly this time. I'm inclined to believe you, because someone else is not going to want to add 6 years on them for something they didn't do, unless the guilt was really getting to them and then really did it, unless they're trying to, maybe this guy's a higher up trying to get him out. All right, Mr. Serve. 3 years ago, I had my eye on a house on Mumby Street. I broke in through a window and stole some items and jewelry. As I was leaving, I heard a noise and thought the landlord saw me. I asked someone passing by to hold what I had in my hand, and I ran away. The man to whom I gave the materials was arrested before he realized what had happened. I was happy to be saved, but my conscience was troubled. Now that I've been caught, I've confessed this. Alright, what kind of evidence we got for this one? Alright, so we just go take criminal's word for it. No digital evidence. Alright, let me talk to you. You stated in your statement that you were responsible for a burglary on Mumby Street 3 years ago. Is that true? Yes, Your Honor. I didn't want things to come to this point. I wish I had confessed before. You stated that you regretted putting the blame on Oliver Mazikeen, so why didn't you come and confess earlier? I don't know. At the time, I did not feel remorse for this, but after the last incident, I realized that I regretted it and wanted to confess. I'm so sorry about Oliver Mazikeen. It wasn't supposed to be like this. All right. So, am I just doing Oliver? I don't have a case file for this Frank Serve. I thought I'd have like a case file for this Frank Serve, and then that way I can tack on like false. Oh wait, okay, I don't even do nothing with him, huh? Clicked on. There we go. Yeah, we're going to release him. Yep. I thought maybe it'd give us like something like we needed to pay him something, because he's definitely going to sue the state for getting it wrong. I mean, but he did have the stuff on him. But when the guy explained it through his hands and all, so we'll see. All right, let's go to the last case of the week. All right. Yeah, still 10%. I'm curious. I might have to look it up to see, because I'm still certain that I've been correct in everything. But all right, let's see what we got here. Patrick Mickey. Incitement to end oneself. A person named Tiffany Helen recently harmed herself by jumping from the rooftop of a Hartleton shopping mall. Although the citizens at the scene tried to persuade Tiffany Helen not to commit, it was claimed that Patrick Mickey forced Tiffany Helen. Now, how did he force her? Following the incident, the statements of the citizens were taken, and the person named Patrick Mickey, who was alleged to be the instigator, was taken to the police station to be questioned. First of all right, this is from Mr. Mickey here. First of all, I did not force anyone to commit. At that moment, what I thought, like others, was to dissuade the woman from committing. I thought about applying reverse psychology and told her to jump off. My request that she should not jump off. My request was that she should not jump off. I am very sorry that this incident happened, but I do not consider myself guilty. There is a misunderstanding about my actions, and I ask that you please believe me. I'm inclined to believe him right now, but let's take a look and see if we have any evidence. See what these other people said. There's digital evidence. Let's see. Audio recorded at the scene. Ooh. No, don't jump. You're too young. Please don't do this to yourself. Stay away from the railings. Jump. I don't think there was a... He said he was trying to say not to jump. I don't think the world is a good place to live. Now, if he said, I think the world is a good place to live, then maybe he accidentally just didn't say don't jump. But I don't think the world is a good place to live. Okay. Sorry, buddy. Now, I would have been more apt to believe him if he had said, if after he had said jump, that I believe the world's a good place to live. And he's like, I don't think it's a good place to live. Okay. So, what is this? Another note, and I didn't even look at it. Patrick Mickey should be punished no matter what. He is responsible for the death of the person I love most in his life. If you do this, I'll give you 5. I don't want the money. It's just, what are the laws regarding incitement? I don't even know what that would be under. It's just public prosecution. Inciting hatred. I was telling you, no. What would this be? Now, I know he's not a citizen, so I know we'll have to deport him. But I'm just curious what this verbal assault comes. Sorry, Grandma. Grandma just called me. But we're almost done here. All right, insult, threat. See, that's neither of those. Let's see. We don't even have a crime for this, so can we even actually... I figured it'd be public prosecution. It wouldn't be under this, but... Oh, crimes of instigation. Alright, so it would be 4 years in jail. He's definitely guilty of it. So I was just curious. I'm sorry. You are not a citizen. If you don't want to live here, then you're in luck, because you get to go back home. Mr. Mickey, I believed you. But then when I heard the audio recording, you added on to the jump portion of your statement where you accidentally, wanted to say, first you were trying to say it was reverse psychology, and then you're saying jump. Like, don't jump. And then you added on and said, I don't think the world is a good place to live. So I'm sorry, but you are getting deported. Somebody had offered me money to send him on his way. I wonder if they're going to consider that corruption. Like, I was just doing the right thing. What I thought was the answer to the case. As a result of the decision made against, okay, 1900 sounds good. Well, thank you for being here, everybody. I'll be coming back with you with more episodes. I'm going to call my Gigi back. Well, my grandma, my son's Gigi. I don't know how much I got. Let's go ahead and withdraw. We're gonna stack up a little bit of cash in case we got a bail in this corrupt country. I should just leave it in there, really, but oh, great. All right, so we got like 3,400. What's she wanting? Your wife says she wants to go on a vacation this summer. The price is $1,900. What's our sanity right now? 65%. The price is $1,900. Do you accept? We do have the money. Our percentages of assassination and being arrested are low. So because of that, I think we will accept. We're at 65. I really don't want to go lower. I don't want to spend money at the outside the house. I just want to earn my money, do the right thing, and let's go. Thanks everybody for being here, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.